Okay, we are back and we have our pages filled with paper quilting. You can see the effect of it. I really love it, and I like the fact that we've done it without really thinking about where we're placing the pieces. And the truth is, because this is a mixed media layering technique, you're really not even going to be able to see clearly the lowest layer once we finish anyway. So as I said before, all the work that we've done, we're going to break it. That's what I call it. Because we've created something that's very rigid and very linear here. And what we really want to do is work over it and break that grid. So we're going to do that using all the materials that we have here and any other ones that you might be able to think of. We're going to be using some collage materials, some stickers and rub-ons. We're going to be using a lot of pens and markers, and we're going to be using some rubber stamps. And what I really want you to think about as you approach this is think about curvy and round. We've focused on linear. We want to go the opposite direction. We want to think about curvy, we want to think about contours, and we want to think about rounded.
Okay.
And that's particularly why I chose what I chose. So we're going to start first with a little bit of handmade marks, okay? So what I have here is just a collection of different gel pens, pencils, and markers. And the idea would be that you would grab whatever color you want to go with. I'm going to start with this brown one and stay in the same color family. You'll notice on this particular pen, one end is a brush and thick, and one end is a more pointy, and that's the one we want to use.
Okay.
Wherever there's a line that's been created by the quilting, or wherever there's an edge where more than one piece meets, we want to do something. We could add a little mark, a little circle, a little X, something that's going to add some depth, dimension, design, and break the grid. So I'm going to jump right in. You can kind of see what I do and then just join me.
Okay.
I see a space right there. I'm going to make that a circle. I have a line here where these two meet. I'm just going to go across and make it X's.
Okay.
A lot of times what I think about when I'm doing this is also the concept of quilting, because this is a paper quilt. So I'm thinking about almost connecting the edges, almost as if I was actually stitching. So one thing that's going to happen here, as I said, is that you're going to create more design and dimension. But the other thing is that we're really beginning to add something that's going to add a second layer to it that allows us to take away the grid. And I think that's one funny thing about mixed media, is that often we work to make something that we've just made disappear. That's kind of the nature of layers. I think it's really important in general when you think about mixed media not to get too caught up in any one layer, because the next time you add one more thing to it, that layer is going to disappear.
I see.
Once you do a few with that color, it's good to go and grab another color, whatever that color is, and you're going to continue this effort to just begin to break the grid.
Now, I remember hearing you saying in one of your other workshops that if you do it once,
Oh yeah,
you're going to do it again. So
Yes.
I've been intentionally repeating
exactly.
the elements.
So if you do it once, you should do it more than once. You should at least do it twice. So the whole concept here with the grid is that we've put many, many squares and rectangles on. And now we're adding many, many hand marks. I think a lot of times when people are told to take out a pen and draw, they get kind of stiff, a little bit nervous, yeah, because they think they can't draw. And the truth is, I mean, I don't even know what you'd call what I'm doing drawing. I'm basically just making marks. And I think that if you think about this as mark making and nothing else, it's so much less intimidating sounding. Let's see how you're doing there. Oh, that's excellent, okay. All right, beautiful. You're adding a lot of curves. You really took to what I said and took it to heart. So let's just take maybe one more minute on this,
Okay.
and then we'll shift to something else. I've made some small marks. You can also, as you did with your curves, you can think about making some larger marks. And in particular, if you have a square that is not very well designed, like this one's almost blank, then this would be the time you might want to add some of your own lines or designs throughout, just to make it a little bit more interesting to the eye. Okay, now I could actually do this for hours, but I'm not, happily. We're going to move to the next step.
Okay.
But in theory, if I were at home and had all the time in the world, I would continue and add a lot more.
It's already changed so much.
It's already changed
Just
so
a few
much.
seconds.
It's true. Yours as well. I love those
Yeah.
3 lines that you did there.
Thanks.
That really takes away the grid.